Hello, welcome to Oric-Network. In this video, you'll be talking about 6 mistakes to avoid in your WordPress website. Stay tuned. The first mistake to avoid in your WordPress website is using poorly coded themes. Taking this into an account, this is the first and most important thing to look at in this tutorial, because your themes form the foundation for your SEO efforts, and frankly speaking, most themes suck in this regard. Whether your theme is customly built, purchased from a theme vendor, or downloaded from a free WordPress template, there are few critical details you need to evaluate in order to ensure that you do not put yourself at a disadvantage. The first thing to ensure or evaluate is HTML validation. This point is critical because invalid HTML can cause rendering issues which affect both users' experience and search engine ranking. When this happens, you can lose visitors because your website doesn't display or work properly for them, and you can rank poorly on search engines because search engines can't properly render your page and understand the content on it. There are few free tools which you can use to validate your HTML when you install a new theme. I have listed some of the free tools in the description below, which you can check it out later. Next thing is HTTP request. Many themes load a ridiculous number of scripts, including images, fonts, and other types of files, which cause your pages to load more slowly. Instead of loading files only on pages where they are supposed to be loaded, many themes simply load them on every single page, which causes a significantly slower speed of your website. And note that page speed helps your website to rank high in terms of SEO and provides better user experience. The second mistake to avoid here is using page builders. Some may disagree, but I believe using page builders is a very huge mistake. Why? I understand the argument in favor of using page builders. They make it easier for people to add and edit designed content. But the problem is they also create a lot of bloated code, adding unnecessary HTTP calls, and often introduce HTML errors that cannot be fixed. I've never seen a single page builder that produces very clean and efficient code. That's why I'm saying that using page builders can also cause a mistake in your WordPress website. The third mistake to avoid is installing excessive plugins. One of the things that makes WordPress so powerful is the simplicity of adding functionality by simply installing one or more plugins. But this also creates significant problems. First problem is that there is a wide range of development quality in these plugins. As with themes, many plugins are poorly programmed or coded, which slows down the speed of your website and also introduces HTML errors in your website. Oftenly, these plugins also load a bunch of scripts, including the CSS files, images, and fonts, which further degrades your speed and creates a poor user experience. Another problem is because it is so easy to install a plugin on your website, many people make the mistake of adding too many plugins. This causes your website to load more slowly, no matter how well the plugin is being programmed or the theme you're using. It still requires processing power to execute its functionality and to include any existing files they load. So when you have more plugins installed on your website, because each plugin will be in need of the processing power to execute its functionality, it slows down your website. So you need to avoid this mistake. The fourth mistake to avoid is poor media optimization. We are carrying an incredibly powerful camera in our pocket these days, yes, which gives us the ability to easily add new photo to our WordPress website. But this is also leads to a common significant mistake. When you take a picture with your iPhone or Android device, the image will generally be significantly larger than it needs to be on your website. These large, high-resolution images are great for printing or even for cropping a smaller section to be displayed at full size without losing image quality. But if uploaded directly to your WordPress media library, they will often be stored as a full-size without being optimized. Some themes will automatically resize uploads based on a set of dimensions pairs to help eliminate this issue, but most of the themes do not do such. If your WordPress site is already up and running and you are just starting to address this issue, the good news is that you don't need to re-upload everything in your media library, because there are a variety of plugins available to automatically resize all your pictures. You can check the description below for some of the best plugins to solve this issue. The fifth mistake to avoid here is implementing backups. Everyone needs automated backups. This is an essential part of having a website. Aside from enabling you to easily roll back changes, it also may help you quickly recover from a hack by restoring an older version of your website. Your backup schedule will depend on some degree on how frequently you modify your website, but at the very first least, it should run weekly recommended. I like to keep several months worth of backups in case I incur a hack on my website and goes unnoticed for a while. This enables us to go back far enough to find a clean backup to restore from there. Tip: while these backups can live on your web server to speed up the restore process, I will personally recommend you to also back it up in the cloud so you can have a clean copy of your backup data. The last mistake to avoid in your WordPress website is not properly configuring permalinks. The default permalinks that WordPress creates are not ideal for such perspective, so I recommend changing them. This is relatively easy to fix or easy to change. It's essential because a proper URL structure helps search engines to better understand the hierarchy of your website. It is better to change the settings from whatever it is currently to the following. You can find it in your WP admin section to change your permalink to this format. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.